Are you ready to have the most epic build for your archer gang? Today in this video, we are going to be showing you some build that I have made for archer gang in the epic tier and as well as in the legendary tier. I'm Shinchi42, welcome to Rise of Kingdoms. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to smash that thumbs up and subscribe to this channel and turn that notification on. So welcome back, rockers. A lot of things have changed since the update. Now some of the equipments that I have are not really that viable for archer gang, especially this Abyssal Visage. It is now a Cavs gang equipment. But we are going to be talking about some of the equipments in here that we are going to be using for our archer gang. And I'm going to show you some images and templates and calculation of how much we're getting for buff in this video. Now, if you want to see those images, you can definitely follow me on Facebook and Instagram and I will post them there. And you can also go to rok.guide to see more in-depth details there. As you know, there's a lot of equipments have been added into the game. A lot of modifications as well. But what's great about this is that if you're an archer gang, what you will be noticing, you're going to be crafting one specific type of material more than the other. If you're an archer gang, you would have to craft more of the ebony, right? For the infantry gang, it will be different as well as the Cavs gang. We're going to mention that in the next videos. So, for the archer gang, you have to be building or crafting a lot of the ebony material. We're going to be talking about two things in here. One is the epic set, and the second is the legendary set. The archers are a little bit easy, in my opinion. I like how it's being done for archers, because once you go into the archer sets, you would be going for the revival set, for the epic tiers. And these are doable, and you can definitely craft this even if you are free to play or you're a low spender. It is possible. You just have to put a little bit more effort if you're not spending a whole lot of money. What you can do is you can definitely defeat those keeps, those camps, and get some materials from there. You have to participate on the events as well to get them. Now, for the pay to wins, we're going to be talking about for you guys is that you're going to be going for the Dragon Breath set. Now, the reason why we're going to go for this one is because it's a whole set, and just by building all this, you get a lot of benefit. 3% skill damage and as well as 5% archer health. Now, let's take a look on our equipment set for our free to play and low spenders. As you can see in here, we have the Golden Age as our weapon. So it can be found in here as the Golden Age. And then as we go through the helm, we are going for the Revival set, right? A Revival helm, and we're going for Revival plate, Revival gauntlets, Revival greaves. So with that 4 of them, in this one, we're going to be choosing the Flame Threads for the archer health. And when it comes to the boots, we're going to be choosing Flame Threads. The reason why is going to add 5.5% archer health. And majority of the equipment for archers with the epic tiers is going to be mostly focused on defense. And as you can see it in the calculation, in the overall stats, we're going to have 31% defense and only like 5.5% health. So it's definitely crucial to have this Flame Thread to be equipped to your archer. Now, this can be obtained in various ways. Now keep in mind with this build that we're showing, it can be used in any type of archer setup because this is going to be the best build that you can have for the cheapest value. Now, as you go to the accessory, as you can see, I did list some legendaries in there, but they are optional. You don't need to make them, but I would highly recommend the Delane's Amulet. I would highly recommend this one. Now, if you are more of a free-to-play, not really a whole spender, you don't need to craft the legendary ones. You may not be able to. You can try to get the Silent Trial. At least this is worth it. But other than that, honestly, I don't think there's anything else that is valuable. You can either go for the Call of the Loyal if you want to work into the open field readiness, marching speed. So this is something that you should be looking into as well. Now, I did not put that in the picture, but this is an optional too. It really depends on how you're going to be building your archer gang. All right, so for the legendary archer equipment, as you can see, we have the Dragon's Breath bow, which is going to give us 20% archer defense, which is very huge, honestly. Once we go into the helm, we are going to have archer attack 11%. Going for the chest, health 11%. That's massive health, and that's a lot. And as well as 7.5% attack for the gloves. and as well as 11% attack for the legs and the boots. It's going to be 7.5% defense. Now keep in mind in the dragon set is that this set will give you a 3% troop attack boost at the 2-piece mark, and at the 4-piece mark you're going to get 3% skill damage, which is very unique. And then at 6-piece mark you're going to be getting archer health plus 5%, and I think this is really unique and really nice for archers because you're definitely getting that skill damage plus 3, and that is just so an archer gang, you know, attributes in here is that skill damage plus 3%. That makes it so unique for archers. And as you can see with our stats in here, what you're going to be getting is an overall stats of 32.5% attack, 27.5% defense. Now what we need to do right now is we need to compare these things from the legendary equipment and the epic equipment. I really like the legendary equipment because it really sets apart the epic and legendary. 32.5% attack bonus for the legendary set and only 15% for the epic, which is like more than half. 27.5 defense for the legendary, 31% for the epic. Epic wins this one, which is really nice. It makes the epic build more tankier if you're a free-to-play low spender, and if you actually manage to complete this build, you're gonna be tanky in the open field, right? Now, if you are going for the legendary equipment, of course, this is great. 27.5%, not a whole lot of difference with 31%. The big thing in here as well is the 16% health. That is huge. That is huge, guys. That is almost like 3 times, right? 3 times of the health of the epic set. 16% is massive. So if you do have the capacity to really build the best equipment, you are going to be going for the legendary equipment guide. Now, the epic equipment guide is pretty decent, right? It has overall stats bonus, but another key factor in here is that in the archer legendary equipment set is that you're going to be having 3% skill damage. That is actually insane. That is on top of your 32.5% attack damage. You are now going to have 3% skill damage. And what if you also have skin like this, right? You have a Saints Hallow skin, increased 5% skill damage. And what if you even have other stats in here for the archer, like another archer attack plus 5%, right? This is insane. The archers are definitely getting a massive boost in here. If you are definitely working on archers, you should be working on your ebony, right? You're gonna be wondering right now is what type of equipment should you be crafting first? It doesn't matter. Follow the guide that we have. Whatever blueprints you first get, craft that one. The big thing in here is that what you need to understand is you need to be crafting a lot of the ebony, because if you're crafting a lot of the ebony, that's a requirement that you're gonna need the most. So regardless of whatever you're going to be building, let's say you're going to be building the most expensive one, which is going to be the Dragon's Breath bow or the Golden Age for the epic. I think the weapon has the most expensive one, right? So, yep, the weapons are more expensive than the other ones. So if you are definitely working on the ebony, you're going to be able to handle that, right? You're going to be able to not worry about should I craft the other ones first. Keep in mind that we're only having 3 type of materials now. Craft your ebony if you are an archer gang, a lot of them, and then you can use the materials choice chest for the other ones. Or you can even use materials choice chest for your ebony, whichever your strategy is. But in my opinion, you should be crafting most of whatever setup you're going to be building for. Now, if you are going for Cavs gang, you're going to be working for leather. If you're going for infantry gang, you're going to be working more into the stone. So with that being said, I think the legendary really sets apart now compared to the epic ones. So it's very interesting how Rise of Kingdoms have updated our equipments here. One thing to keep in mind is that whenever you are trying to be building into your equipment, there is now a geared up bundle. You should be trying to purchase this. This is a very good value. If you're going for the supply depot, there's just a new thing as well, 7-day material supply chest. In the week, you get 2 legendary. So keep that in mind. For $5, I think it's worth it if you're looking into the game wise. Now, keep in mind, I would not recommend for you guys to buy anything out of the shop. Don't buy this by gems. I don't think it's a recommendation. If you haven't seen the video where it was open 500 keys of that, 500,000 gems, there's a video that I have posted. Go find out. I'll put a card up there and a link on the description as well. And of course, if you want to play this game in BlueStacks, there is a link on description. You can play this game on PC by using BlueStacks, which is an emulator for mobile games. Now, another thing is that you need to be really collecting the keys. If you want to get, materials for you to craft things, you really need to work on getting the keys. Whatever it takes, you gotta do it. You gotta grind. You gotta grind the daily as well, because you get 1 key on the daily. Keep that in mind. Do not let the daily pass. That is actually a very good thing that Rise of Kingdoms have added. With that being said, I hope this video was actually very helpful to you guys, and I hope you guys succeed in the game. I hope you guys use the blueprints that we have made in here for you guys to use as a roadmap to success. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys actually think of this build. Can you actually build this, and what are you going to be going for? Are you going for the epic tier or the legendary tier? And if you guys haven't followed me on Facebook and Instagram, don't forget to do so. This images is going to be there, and as well as it's going to be on Discord. Anyway, rockers, thanks for watching. I will see you guys again next time for the epic tiers and legendary tiers of the infantry gangs and Cavs gang. Are you excited? See you next time.